All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, October 13th, 2024, at 11:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It seems the One Piece, today's top story, it seems the One Piece has been found by a plucky, young clown pirate out to make a name for himself, and that is our Lord and Savior, Captain Buggy. We have him today in the studio. Captain Buggy, what was it like finding the One Piece? I bust out a coffee mug, and Buggy sits down with us, and he just talks about it. He's just like, well, Matt, you see, everybody always doubted me ever since... Buggy sits down, he's like, well, it started when I was a child. It started when I was just a child on board the King of the Pirate ship, and it was a rough time. And my talents were not really appreciated. But, you know, eventually I ate the chop fruit and I became the greatest pirate known to mankind. And it's just, you know, and we just have a whole interview and that's just how it goes down. Yeah. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Hello, everybody. Hello. Elbaf is real. Nami is not dreaming. It actually does turn out like that's the ultimate rug pull moment. Like, the Straw Hats break out of the building, and then they're running around Elbaf for a few chapters, and then after, like, 10 chapters of this, Nami just wakes up on the Great Eric, and, like, this was all... You know, Oda actually does have a vehicle to make that happen. If Oda has, like, a particular design for Elbaf, and he's just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then what happens after 10 chapters, like people just aren't feeling it. Like, the editors and, like, the people are just like, hey, Oda, this isn't your best work here, man. Oda could just be like, oh, that was just because it was all a dream, actually. And then just wake up on the Great Eric and be like, yeah, those last 10 chapters were all a dream. Now we're getting to the real Elbaf. He does have a way to just, like, you know, just in case shit goes south, he could just reset the whole thing. And it does kind of make sense for him to do that in the canon of the story. Oh, man. Does this feel Endgame? I don't remember the Avengers ever being put in a giant model city. I mean, I don't read a lot of comic books, so I'm assuming that's probably happened at some point. Does Galactus have a giant Lego town that he puts people in? Elbaf! Also, hello. Hello, Beam Hawk. Yeah, it was all a dream. He used it to read Word Up magazine, yeah. It's Chopper wakes up. It's actually not Nami's dream. It's Chopper's dream. He wakes up. This was Chopper's first, like, he got drunk and then he passed out, and these were the hallucinations he saw. Because this was the first time Chopper's ever really drank any alcohol. So this is all Chopper's dream right now, yeah. What if the whole series was a dream? Yeah, Oda could be like, you know, I want to go back to Fishman Island and restart the time skip since then. So we could just have all the Straw Hats wake up. By the way, did you see they are redoing? Before we get into the chapter, there's been like just a lot of One Piece news going on last couple of like I guess the last day or so, because there was a big announcement that there's like new One Piece information coming out. I think it was like 2 a.m. last night my time this was dropped. But yeah, they're going to be redoing scenes from the Return to Sabaody and like Fishman Island arc. So let me just, like, show you images and, like, comparison here. So, like, oh, some people probably aren't going to like that change too much, but I'll show it in a second. Oh, that looks really cool. Just, like, these are from Artor's Twitter. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the Fishman Island arc. I love, like, everything, like, post-time skip. Like, as soon as we get back from the time skip and we see the Straw Hats after, like, 2 years. So, like, here's an example of, like, Zoro from, on the left is the original broadcast, and on the right is going to be the touched-up broadcast a bit. So you could see the difference, definitely. This is Brooks' concert. Soul Kings World Tour. Get a better lighting in there, because it is a concert, after all. You know? And this is the one that I don't know if people are going to like. Like, hey, guys, do you like that aura on your hockey? Hey, man, I heard you like aura on your hockey, so I added a lot of aura on that hockey. I like the aura hockey. I will never complain about the aura hockey, because it's like, I grew up with fucking Dragon Ball Z and shit. It's just like, yeah, giant sparking lightning bolts, aura, yeah! That's how you know you're strong. When you have giant purple fire shooting off of you, that's how you know. So I will never complain about the fucking aura. It can be as ostentatious as it wants. I'm fine with it. Oh, fucking yeah. Then we have Kobe's honesty impact in the last episode. You just like, honesty impact. A lot of explosions going on with that. Oh, dude. Is this the guy that predicted Road? I guess. Hi, Tommy. Nice to meet you. Hello. It makes more sense for the anime. Yeah, it does. It does, actually, because that's what it's. Anime is a visual medium. I mean, I know manga is too, but Oda having to draw every single streak of hockey aura would be a little much. So add some effects in the anime. That's the whole idea. Yes, and there's also going to be a 5-month anime break. We're going on break until April. Egghead will resume in April. So we got a hiatus. Don't worry, it'll be okay. We'll get through this. It's only how many months? So November would be December, January, February. What comes after February? Is that June? March. There we go. 5 and then 6. We got 6 months. 6 months. 6-month time skip. So I want everybody to hit the gym. All right, who are you going to train with for 6 months? You got to pick. All right, here are the options. You could train with Rayleigh. You could train with Mihawk. You could train with a weather wizard on top of a floating island. You could train with Heracleson. That's probably who I'm going to train with, by the way. You could train with, I guess Frankie didn't really train with anybody. I guess Frankie just had an island. You could train with a cyborg gorilla. You could train with a bunch of highly advanced tribesmen living out on an island with giant birds. You could train with some long-arm tribe members to teach you the ways of business acumen when you're being a musician. There you go. You could train with Ivankov. Since you were right about the sun god, who do you think is going to be the big, bad, evil guy of Elbaf? Thor. I've said that one before, though. Because in lots of works of fiction, they always paint Loki as, like, the bad guy, right? So I'm flipping it this time. Loki's going to be the good guy. Thor's going to be the evil one. And I've said that, like, long before the Road thing. So, like, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with Thor being the bad guy. We haven't even met him yet. We don't even know if there is a giant called Thor. There probably is, but we haven't seen him yet. Lawful evil Thor. Sure. We could do the lawful evil angle. Thor's just going to be a drunken bastard. So he's going to be Thor. So Thor's going to be Thor. Okay, great. Good. Yeah, what about Koala? Yeah, you could train with Koala. All right, so you got Rayleigh, Mihawk, Heracleson, Haridus, Koala, long-arm tribe members, cyborg gorilla, tribesmen, and who was the last one that trained with Ivankov, because Sanji trained with Ivankov. There you go. You got to pick. Select your master. Koala, and it's not even close. That would be nice to train with Koala. Koala's nice. I like her little newsy cap. Yeah. Train with Koala. You know she could break every bone in your body with, like, literally a finger, right? You understand that. Train with Koala. Okay, this is how you do Fishman Karate. Boom! Oh, sorry. Was I a little too hard there? I'm going to train with Gaimon. Dude, that would be a fun time, training with Gaimon. Yeah. Some people would like that. That is true. I hope Elbaf forces Usopp to step up to save his crew from some threat. Oh, that would be great. Usopp needs to get the giant hammer. I mean, that's already a cemented thing. Yeah. What do we got? Record of Ragnarok Thor or MCU Thor? Probably going to be more like Record of Ragnarok Thor and maybe like just the more serious demeanor. But even like because Record of Ragnarok Thor is not evil, you know. So, but we got to see what's going to happen with that. Yeah. Sabo will slow roast you. Oh, he will. I don't make a lot of shipping videos about, like, One Piece and stuff, but... So my two that I ship are Frankie and Robin, and then also Koala and Sabo, which I don't even know if you should, like... that. Like, they're very clearly, like, into one another. Like, they're very clearly, like, a couple. In my opinion, they very clearly are. But, yeah. I would like to hang out with Heracleson, though. Heracleson would be cool. But you do have to live on an island with giant animals, and you know what? Maybe this will be a good video for the 6-month break. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about this particular scenario, and I'm just going to do, like, hey, guys, I'll make a video in a little while about, like, what island would you train at? And I'll weigh the pros and cons of each one. So, yeah, we'll do that. I'll write that down. That'll be a video. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to Mexico next week. I need to make videos while I'm gone. I'm going to be filming stuff while I'm there. I'm going to bring all my equipment, but, like, I need to... I've been really slacking off. I need to make videos for when I'm gone. Okay, pros, cons. There you go. Right. 6 months is a long-ass time. Yeah, I know. All right. So, chapters. Right. Chapter 1129, Living Dolls. The official is out now if you'd like to read it. So actually, you know, let's open it up with this, because this is something that I was a little confused on in the original version that I reviewed. But so when Road is discussing the Straw Hats breaking out of the room, you know, it's just like Usopp blows up the thing and he's like, oh, we're going to escape. We're going to get through the wall. And he's just like, you cannot escape this place because this was originally a giant detention center. So he says giant detention center in the original, and I was like, does that mean like a detention center meant for giants? Or is that just like a giant detention center? Like, you know what I mean? But no, it's like this was originally a holding cell for giants. That's interesting, because that means that this building the Straw Hats are in right now is like a prison. It's like a giant prison, okay? So that means that the room the Straw Hats are in, I guess that includes the workshop and the model city, that's just one of the cells. What if there's other cells? I kind of said it jokingly in the review, like, what if he has multiple models? But, like, what if he does? What if Road found an old abandoned prison and nobody was using it, and he was like, oh, this is like an old prison on the edge of town. Nobody uses it anymore. I'm going to take it over, and I'm going to start making models and capturing humans and throwing them in this giant prison cell. And there's no way they're going to escape, because this used to be a cell designed to hold giants, so there's no way they're going to escape. Yeah. Should probably avoid using the word giant if they're not talking about giants, yeah. Yeah. Kid's gonna be there. Oh, maybe. Maybe in the next model over, Kid is gonna be that. You know what? That actually makes sense. After they were destroyed. Oh! After the Kid Pirates were destroyed, you could just have Munin show up and pick up Kid and Killer and carry them off into a model. If that ends up happening, I did not predict that. That was set up from the last chapter. Munin goes out and picks people out of the water and drags them back. Like, that was already confirmed, all right? So that's like a 1-to-1. That's not even like a prediction, right? I mean, it's a prediction, but, like, I think that's pretty likely. Bartolomeo, too. I don't think... Well, Bartolomeo was on a completely different island, though. Bartolomeo was not near Elbaf when this happened. Yeah. Kid just keeps ending up in prison. This is getting meta. Yeah, I know this is getting meta. My money is it's a playhouse under his mom's basement. Well, no, he says in the official it was originally a holding cell for giants. So I'm assuming, and based off of the way... Okay, let's pull something up here. Let's look at this place really quick, because we only get one shot of the building outside of the room. But we do get one. Okay, right here. Let me just do this really quick here. Do you think Loki will be a frog or a frog fruit? This is a lot of mention of frogs in fables such as Aesop's The Frogs of Wildfish. You know, like, Oda always loves putting a lot of fairy tales and, like, Aesop fable stuff. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that's from myth in One Piece. I mean, that's basically what it is just a bunch of collaboration of various myths across various cultures and religions thrown together into One Piece. So I wouldn't be surprised if that got thrown in there, too. All right, let's look at this. So this is the outside of the room. So there's very clearly, it looks like, I mean, there's a couple a little bit more furniture there, but you can assume that, like, Road, like, moved some of his own stuff in. But this looks like a prison when you look at it. Like, so there's the room that's in the foreground, the room that has the mirror next to it and the little end table. That's the room the Straw Hats were imprisoned in. So there's another room right here, and then there's another room. If you look on the opposite side of the hallway, there's 2 more rooms. So there's just a hall of rooms. Okay? What are in those other rooms? Did Road just pick this one random cell room and he's just like, this is the room I'll build my city in? Or are those other rooms all also made out of models? Like, you know, so I think that's probably likely. Yeah. It looks more like a dungeon. A dungeon, a prison, same potato. Yeah. Loki should be a kid. Like what? Like Loki should be like, people have said that, like, oh, I get it, Loki's like a little kid, so he's like a giant, but in giant years. It's like, no, Loki, Road, and Goldberg would all be like, by human years, would be in their early 20s. That's how the aging of giants works. Eam has the other rooms in the castle as well. Yeah, I wonder what Eam keeps in his linen closets. Road sent Belmere to the dungeon. Yes. Tekking's using his hockey again. Stop. I don't have future sight hockey. Wait a minute. So there are a cat, a rabbit, and a snake in each room. Well, I doubt there would be a cat, a rabbit, and a snake in each and every single room, but probably a bunch of random animals he collects and, like, throws in the rooms as, like, you know, guardians and stuff like that. He probably doesn't have an entire prison full of models, but maybe, like, you know, 2 or 3 rooms, possibly. Since Elbaf started with dungeons, should it end with dragons? No, that's a perfect joke. It should be, yes. Your thoughts on OP Blue and ideas on next story arc? OP Blue? Is that the, I know there was a data book called OP Blue, or is that, like, one of the names of the projects that just dropped? Maybe the other cells have other pirate crews in them. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, you know, the Kid would be the obvious one because he was, like, defeated outside there. Sanji would be happy seeing the new Giant Warrior Pirates Doctor. Yeah, Gerd. Yeah. She'll probably show up pretty soon. If Road showed up in this chapter, I think the rest of the new giant pirates are going to show up very soon. What if Law's there too? See, yeah, I don't think, because, like, Law and Bartolomeo were not defeated anywhere near Elbaf. Like, Law was defeated, like, hold on a minute here. Like, so to give you, like, a map really quick of the way this works out. So, it's like, this isn't exact, but I'll just draw it just for the sake of, like, how this works. And then there's, oh, what was the third island? Oh, I think it was, oh, wait, no, oh, no, Elbaf was this way. No, I fucked that up. No, that's fine. No. Point is that Law was not, like, right next to Elbaf when it happened. Stanson would recognize the Straw Hat, right? Yeah, Stanson would, Hyruden would, those would be the only two that would. Now, what you'll be funny is, so when Hyruden came back from Dressrosa, he was like, hey, everybody, I am now part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. I saw Straw Hat Luffy there. And, you know, Stanson would have been like, oh, damn, I'm glad he's doing okay. He saved me at the auction house, him and Rayleigh. Oh, man, he's a great guy, you know. And then Gerd would have probably been like, okay, well, if Hyruden and Stanson agree, then I guess I'm okay with it. And then Goldberg probably would have been okay with it too. Goldberg might just not have cared. But Road was the one that was like, no, I didn't get an input on this. I didn't get a chance to say that I wanted to join the Grand Fleet. I didn't get to make that decision. So there you go, right? Think it's a pretty easy explanation. And yeah, so there's a little bit of I don't know if it's the same flavor of racism that Arlong had, because his was way more hateful. In the case with Road, it seems a little bit more misguided. But the idea of like, hey, you know, giants are bigger than humans, we're stronger than humans, so therefore, I don't know if he has the same ideology as Arlong, where Arlong was like, fishmen should rule the world. I don't know if Road has that exact same ideology of like, giants should enslave the humans and rule the world. You know, I don't know if he has that kind of ideology, but he definitely has it. That's like, hey, the humans are tiny. Road was under Buggy. Yes, that is true. Road did work under Buggy as a mercenary, but here's the kicker with that. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of our Lord and Savior Buggy here. All right, when did I make the video on... actually, let me see. Buggy becomes a Yonko. Here we go. Yeah, right here. Buggy, he was under Buggy, but remember, Buggy can become big. That's right, Amir. Yeah. This is how Buggy presents himself to all of his followers while he's a member of the Buggy's delivery service. Buggy does not appear to them in his regular form. Buggy has this giant bombastic appearance, right? So Buggy was a giant all along. So and the joke is it's obviously just him using his chop powers to appear larger, but it kind of fools everybody. So I can't imagine Road being fooled by this. Road also doesn't seem to be like super intelligent, so maybe this was enough to fool him, you know? Buggy, the clothing hanger. Yes. Do we ever get Buggy's full name? Yes, it's Buggy D. Clown. Yeah. Fun fact. Buggy versus Road, top 5 Elbaf fights. Oh, Buggy would win, though. Buggy would win. Buggy could just, like, smother you with the giant blanket and you couldn't breathe. So there you go. Buggy just needs to take control of, like, a giant, like, trash bag and just wrap it around your head and you wouldn't be able to, like, you know. I think Chucky killed somebody like that once. Yeah. Is Buggy's Riz that strong? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a joke. It's a comedic effect. Like, he just keeps falling up. But yeah, his Riz really is that powerful. Yeah, Loki being upset about Lola rejecting him will be the main antagonist for this arc. I feel like that's such an obvious way to go. I feel like Oda's not going to do that, you know? But I could be wrong. He might just pick the easier route to go with that. Like, you know, it's a misunderstanding because Lola kind of left because of, like, Big Mom's oppressive control, but Loki might have misinterpreted that as her scorning him and just like, oh, I'm going to, you know, be the evil giant now. Like, I don't know. Maybe Odin is on his deathbed. Odin is like, oh, and Loki is like, Father. It's like, you will be the leader of the giants, my boy. Lead them well. I'm dead now. Father, you know, and then Loki becomes the king. Yeah. The world tree is inside the mini world. A model of the Yggdrasil is inside the model. A model of the model, but the actual tree is huge. The tree is so big, it's going to go through the clouds. Like, it's going to be like the world tree in Hunter x Hunter. It's going to be massive. I think Luffy sees Yggdrasil. I think no matter where the fuck you are in Elbaf, you're going to be able to see Yggdrasil. It's a giant tree that struts right out of the freaking center of the island. Goes up into the freaking space. You're going to be able to see it. Trust me. You're going to be able to see it. Wasn't it sad that Lola didn't even know Big Mom was mad at her? Yeah, that's the messed up thing. Lola just assumed that, like, oh, Mama, you know, I left. Mama, ooh. You know, like, Mama, like, doesn't mind that I left and took her Viva card with me, and she just doesn't care. She'll be okay. She'll get over it. It could be the Atom Tree. We've discussed that before, that it could just be the Atom Tree. And every now and then pieces of wood get broken off of the Yggdrasil tree as the Atom tree, and it gets sold on the dark web. Gets sold on the black market, and that's where Frankie bought it. Why a 5-month break? It's a 6-month break. Maybe it's just a big tree. Well, it's definitely a big tree, but it's going to be a big, big tree. You're not wrong. Yeah, the anime's going on break for a while. We talked about that at the beginning of the stream here. Road is hot. Well, I mean, he has the hair. You know, he has the emo hair. I don't know if you're into the emo hair. I mean, I'm wearing a fucking My Chemical Romance shirt right now. So you know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, he's so emo. He's so emo. Does he dye his hair purple? He's a giant that uses a katana. I just realized that. I know katanas are pretty ubiquitous in One Piece, but the fact he's a giant weeb that uses a katana, that's great. Yeah. Daima came out, so break makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, how's everybody in their Sparking Zero coma? Everybody okay? Everybody still okay? Sitting there playing Sparking Zero like, that is so good, Tekking. So good. I've been in a Sparking Zero haze for the last 4 days. I got Broly. I'm too broke to afford it. Ugh. I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if I'll get it. I probably will at some point. Can't get past Giant Ape Vegeta. Is there a story mode, or is it just a fighting game? I'm still in training mode. It's my first Dragon Ball game. It would probably be... I mean, like, I had fighters, but I barely played it, so, yeah. Oh, story mode with multiple paths. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think Oda planned that from the start when he designed Road. The fact he would look kind of like an emo weeb. You know, I think that's what he was going with, yeah. Oda plans this shit out really far in advance. Like, when he knew that he was going to be like, I'm designing Hiruden's crew, I knew what was going to happen with one of them, yeah. Finally got monetized on YouTube. Congratulations, Pixel Pop. That's hard to do these days. You got to get to like 1,000 subscribers first. Back in the day, all we had was Dragon Ball and the 64. Back in the day, all we had was Dragon Ball and the Game Boy. What about the mess-ups in the chapters? I don't know about the mess-ups in the most recent chapters, but the mess-ups like a couple of chapters ago, I guess these were just mistakes. These were just mess-ups. Maybe Oda was just really tired. Maybe he'll mention it in an SBS or something. But I think he was just maybe sleepy. Nice My Chemical Romance shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Road is in there just after the Straw Hats escape. He's just going to be so sad. He's just going to go into his room and then turn on the Welcome to the Black Parade and just be like, they escaped. When I was a young boy, my father. We still haven't figured out how Nami survived that fall. I mean, I guess you could just argue that, like, they're really tough. Nami could just fall out of, like, a 10-story window and just survive. Thinking back, I found it astounding. As long as One Piece has been and seeing Shanks make moves, you can feel a bit bad and surprised by the Lord of the Coast. He was able to wound him. No, I mean, the idea with that is Shanks wanted the Lord of the Coast to eat his arm because he was making a bet on the new era. He was trying to inspire Luffy. I guess that's the idea. Because by logic, it makes zero sense. Like, he should have been easily able to, like, just, like, snap at the Lord of the Coast and its head would have fucking exploded. You know what I mean? Next god will be Goldberg. Oh, maybe Goldberg and Road are working together. It's like a Scream thing. It's like there were two killers the whole time. So you break out of the giant detention center, and Goldberg's right there like, I got him, Road. It's just like, oh, no. How will a Rouge come into play? I wish a Rouge will come into play here. I don't know how, but I just hope he's included, because he's the only supernova that hasn't really done. We're just going to cut over to a Rouge, and he's going to be dead in a ditch somewhere. He's just going to be, oh yeah, he died like 2 story arcs ago. You didn't know? All right, well, he's dead now. He's dead now. Dude, it is coming up. No, I was never a member of Arlong Park forums. That was a little bit before even my time. I wasn't really, that was like mid-2000s. I wasn't even reading One Piece at that point. You know, the idea that, like, what if a Rouge becomes the forgotten supernova? What if a Rouge goes the way of, like, Launch in Dragon Ball, where Toriyama just forgot about her existence? You know, like, we're nearing the end of the story, and Oda is just like, time to wrap this up, and everyone's like, what about a Rouge? And be like, oh shit, yeah, he died. He died at some point. Yeah. A Rouge is the shooting star. You just look up at the stars, and a Rouge is up there like, ah, 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 ah. You know, it's like, yeah. Come to the Philippines. I'd love to come to the Philippines someday. Travel the world. A Rouge's Devil Fruit is weird. It like, converts energy. It converts attacks into, like, you know, a strength and size buff for him, is the idea. He gets hit, and then he gets stronger. He's still at the balloon terminal. I guess he could be. It's not impossible he could be hanging out at balloon terminal. Dude, I love Oda's world. Like, he just, like, this is balloon terminal. This is the place where all of the children's lost balloons of the world end up. They just get magnetically pulled to this location. I'd be like, that's so sad, but also really kind of like, you know, like, that really adds to the fantasy element of One Piece. Yeah. You could say a Rouge always bounces back. All right, so what else happened in the chapter here? I mean, most of the chapter was honestly them. Like, the big reveal was Road being the sun god, and we already talked about that last week. So, most of the chapter is them running through the country. The rest of the citizens, how do you feel about the rest of the people that are in the country? Do you think they knew it was a model to begin with, and they were just playing along because they didn't want to die? It's like, oh yes, great sun god. Yeah, it's clearly not a sun god. It's clearly just a fucked up giant that trapped us in here, but whatever. Yes, praise the sun god. Or do you think they were actually, like, convinced that it was real? Like, you know, some of them surely. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe some of them do, but I feel like most of them probably arrived at the conclusion, like, yeah, no, this is fake. This is bullshit. This is just some giant that's messing with us. We got to get out of here as soon as we can. Let's flee while we can, tell the others. Yeah, so they're all immediately like, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, if they actually thought this guy was an actual deity, like, if they thought he was a real sun god that can, like, nuke you, like, you know, they wouldn't try to escape. They'd be like, let's stay here. We don't want to die. You know what I mean? So clearly they think it's just a bullshit, I think. Yeah. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Oh, Luffy has mini gear fourth now. That's cool. They call it that in the Viz. Time to use mini gear fourth. So he can channel his gear fourth into just an arm or a leg, I'm assuming. Which is pretty cool. I mean, like, you know, everybody was complaining that, not everybody was complaining, but I saw a lot of people saying that, like, hey, Luffy just uses gear fifth now. Like, that's just his default. You know, we're not going to see a lot of the other gears. And, you know, Luffy's getting stronger and stronger and all that. But it's cool that, like, all right, we have to repurpose Gear 4th a bit. Let's make Gear 4th a little bit more applicable to certain scenes. Let's make, like, the utility of it better. So Luffy, because we can't have, like, every single time Luffy goes into Gear 4th, like, for a long period of time, he, like, drains his hockey or whatever. So let's just do this. Let's do, like, he has mini Gear 4th. He could just, like, you know, make a little tiny Kong gun and just break through. You know, there you go. It would make sense he's getting better and better at using Gear 4th because he's been in way more fights with it at this point. Yeah. Maybe they were born there. I mean, Road is 63 years old. Some of those humans in there definitely look older than that, or about as old. Like that grasshopper dude. We see a couple of other old guys in town. I don't think they were all born in there. I don't think really any of them were. I think they were all just kidnapped and thrown in there. Basically Super Saiyan 1 situation. Sure. Perfected Super Saiyan 1. I don't think Gear 4 is going to be irrelevant. It's just that, like, Gear 5 is better in all respects, so, like, why wouldn't you use it? You know, it's like if you're playing an RPG, and you have this +1 sword, and it's a really good sword, and then you find in the next dungeon a +2 sword that has all the same features as the previous sword, except it's better. Why would you go back to using the +1 when you could use the +2 all the time, you know? Kind of like that. So this is Oda giving the +1 sword. Well, now it also has an added benefit. It increases your AC by 1. It's like, oh, the +2 sword doesn't do that. It's like, all right, might mix and match every now and then. We don't need Gear 6. I don't think we do either. I don't think we need Gear 6. I'm all for Luffy figuring out new wacky things he can do with Gear 5. I think he hasn't even scratched the surface of what he can do with Gear 5 yet. But we don't need Gear 6, okay? Yeah. Aren't you going to make Bleach videos? I made a review of episode 27 over on the Boncast channel, and I'll be doing 28 this week sometime. Reverse gear at last. Luffy activates low gear, and he just turns into a puddle. He just turns into a puddle. So is Mini Gear 4th just Gear 3rd? No. Gear 4th is with his muscles. Gear 3rd is with his bones. The idea is Gear 4th is more condensed strength. He can do that tensile strength, like, you know, like the fist goes into his wrist, and then he, you know, fires a giant, like, cannon shot with, like, kinetic energy. That's the idea. Can't do that with Gear 3rd. Reverse gear is just Gamu Gamu no Ba. Yeah, the technique he used against Eneru. Hey, Techie, I was watching an old review from when Cobra met Eam, and you mentioned the Phantom Room and how the guards go missing if they see it, knowing that we know about them. I'm going to say, are they hiding the room? I don't think they're hiding the room. I think I think that it's a room. Well, maybe it's, okay, Castle Pangaea is fucking massive. Like, Castle Pangaea is probably the size of, like, Delaware. All right? It's huge. So, like, there's a maze of rooms and stuff like that, and it's probably not easy to get to that room, but it's like, if you end up in that room by accident or just sheer happen chance, like a guard gets, like, you know, the guards got to get lost in that place every now and then, and they accidentally wander into the fucking flower room, they're just gonna get killed. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. Yeah. Could Arlong be in a fish tank? I think Arlong, it makes more sense to be him be in Marijois, because they were all of the Fishman pirates were captured by the Marines and taken to, I guess, prison. Hachi escaped, but Arlong, Chu, and Karubi would have still been on the ship. Yeah, it's also a combination of Haki as well, yes. I mean, Luffy combines Gear 3rd with Haki now, too, but yeah, that's where Gear 4th really came from. There's no maps or anything in Marijois and Castle Pangaea. There's no, like, you are here. It's just, like, you gotta wander the castle and figure out a way out. We were at a haunted house last night. We were at, like, a haunted sanatorium kind of thing. And we were walking through, and there was, like, a little mini maze inside of the sanatorium grounds, and we kept getting dead ends, we kept getting lost. What if Arlong and a mink got a kid? Then they'd be a shark bear, I guess. Shark bear! Arlong and Nami reunion. I would like to see Arlong and Nami see each other again, just because I want to see, like, Nami kick Arlong's ass. But also, like, it might be a thing that's, like, Arlong might be a slave now, and he might be, like, the next time we see Arlong, he might be all, like, emaciated and, like, barely able to move, and he's just, because he hasn't been fed, and he's just, like, a wreck, and, like, everything that he hated about humans has just come to fruition, and he is a slave now. and Nami sees him, and obviously Nami does not like, oh, Arlong, I feel so bad for you. But Arlong, she might look at him and just be like, oh, Jesus. Like, Arlong is like the worst piece of shit I've ever known in my life, and the fact that Tenryubito made me feel even a modicum of sympathy for this fucker means how evil the Tenryubito really are. You know what I mean? Like, that could be... Arlong could get the Griffith treatment. Like, no, seriously, though, like, if Arlong did get the Griffith treatment, and Nami, like, was running around and saw him somewhere in the prison cell or whatever, all chained up and all like, Nami, you did this to me. You and your fucking crew did this to me, Nami. You know, and then, like, Nami sees him. Like, she would probably, like, I don't think she'd be like, pathetic Arlong. No, she would probably be horrified. She'd be like, oh, God. You know, like, what the fuck did they do to you? You know? And she wouldn't feel like sympathy, like, we got to get you out of here to safety. Probably wouldn't be that, but it would be like, wow, there's way more evil people in the world than even you. That's scary. That's really, really just unbelievable. Yeah. Arlong is Griffith confirmed? I guess we're going with that. So the red line is not 10 kilometers tall. We actually do not know how tall the red line is from sea level up into the sky. We know from the bottom of where Fishman Island is to the very top. We know that that's... sea level to the Fishman Island. That's 10,000 kilometers. That's 10 kilometers. From ocean level all the way down, that's 10. We don't know from ocean level up. We don't know that number. When are you going to Japan? Please make a vlog when you do. Nah, I will not make any videos when I'm in Japan. Yes, of course I will. That'll be in April, it should be. Got to start planning that trip, actually. Got to start, like, booking stuff. Have you looked into the theory of Eam being Tiamat? She is the goddess of the sea and the mother of monsters. Could explain her creating yokai. That's not a bad idea. I kind of just want Eam to be, like... I want Eam to be the god of the ocean, but I don't want Eam to be a 5-headed dragon, if that makes sense. All right, look, I'll level with you. I want Eam to be a super sexy god of the ocean. How about that? Ocean goddess mommy. Let's go with that, all right? How would Gear 5 do in the eclipse anyways? Ooh. Like, that would be crazy if just watching Luffy go in Gear 5, jumping around, murdering all of the demons. But then the God Hands show up, and Luffy has to fight the God Hand, which he kind of already has. He kind of already has. Eam is a sexy Lovecraftian god. Yes. Yes. Yes, I've read Berserk. I have all of the mangas upstairs. I read all of Berserk last year. And this year I read all of Kingdom. What if Eam is Apophis, Eater of the Sun? Ooh, that could be a good one, yeah. Thank you for your existence. As someone who doesn't really go outside, I see you as someone who is my friend just online. Aw, thank you. Thanks, man. Hope you get through whatever you're going through right now. Take it easy. How many chapters is Kingdom? We're up to 813 right now. So, yeah. That took... It actually didn't take as long as I thought. It took about 2 months for me to read all of that. Tekking, could you tell my fortune? I'm just, like, people are coming to me. I have tarot cards somewhere. I don't know how to use them, but, I mean, like, I could just throw cards down and just be like, yeah, it's looking like you're gonna get married in 2 years. There you go, man. There you go. I'm already married. Well, that's what the cards are saying, man. Oh, look at me. Tekking, what should I name my child? I'm not going to say a name because you might actually name your child that. That will be $500, please. Oh, man. Here's a question I've always had about psychics, all right? So, I live out in the country, and there's a few psychics that live around here that have, like, you know, their little shops and things. Not really shops. Most of the time, whenever I drive by a place that's a psychic place, it's usually just somebody's house, right? It's just a house that has, like, the neon psychic sign, tarot readings, and stuff like that. And I just feel like, okay, if you were blessed with a superpower that had the ability to read the fucking future or to read people's minds, which those would be absolute straight up superhuman abilities, would you be living out in the middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere, in like an old house with a neon sign buzzing in your window? I feel like you would use your powers to like maybe get yourself a little bit of a higher position in society. Yeah. That's my opinion on that. It's just like, psychic, come on in, psychic. I'm like, all right, yeah, mind the cats. It's like, so you have the power to see the future, huh? Okay, sure. Less paparazzi, I suppose. Yeah. Since Egghead is burned down, will York move the power plant? Oh, yeah, they're going to take the power plant and everything and move it probably to a new location. I don't think they're going to keep it on Egghead. Yeah. Especially that's also where the Iron Giant is right now, so we don't want that thing. It's probably... Emmett is probably well and truly dead. I don't think Emmett's going to... Well, no, Emmett's not dead. Emmett could power up again if it's not destroyed and Luffy or Bonnie are close by. He could power up again for sure. Not very likely, but he could. Isn't this just the plot of Mob Psycho? Yeah, kinda, yeah. Why didn't Raven-Symoné didn't tell anybody about 9/11? Well, why didn't she? Why wasn't there an episode of That's So Raven about 9/11? Yeah. Their powers just work better in the countryside. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with that. Yeah, sure. Please make toasts again. You can get a nicer house, though, in the countryside. There's some really, really nice houses. Sometimes you'll be driving out in the middle of goddamn nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere. I'm talking like nothing around for miles. And then all of a sudden you'll see like a goddamn mansion. Like somebody that really wanted to get the fuck out of everywhere. You know, just like, whoa. Like, that's really nice. It's like that's your option. So here's the deal. If you're a psychic and you can actually see the future, use your power, you know, get a little bit of notoriety or whatever, and then just be like, okay, I'm moving out in the middle of Wyoming where there's like nobody, and I'm building like a nice big $2 million mansion in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to bother me. Private gate, private, area, and just, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Yeah. That's like here. I live in the middle of Alaska. I'd love to visit Alaska someday. Will the series end on Laugh Tale? I don't think it will. The idea is they'll find the One Piece on Laugh Tale. That'll kick off a war. Because whoever finds the One Piece... Like, if you're looking for the One Piece, what's easier? Finding it yourself or waiting for someone else to find it and then take it from them? You know, like, that would be the easier way to do that. So as soon as the Straw Hats find the One Piece, it's going to be fucking bedlam. It's going to be all war, and everyone's going to be like, find it and get the Straw Hats, you know? They're going to be at the epicenter of this. It's going to be wild. Visit Boston. I will visit Boston someday. So, yeah, what do we think about Road? Like, was Road defeated by Nami using the Thunderbolt technique, the Lightning Blast technique with Zeus? So, Road gets, like, nuked by the lightning. And, we don't see him collapse. We just kind of see him, like, oh, like he's just standing up, like, oh, you know, like smoking and stuff. And then in the next panel, Luffy... Actually, I think in the next panel, he might fall down. It's just really hard to see in the panel. But Luffy then extends his mini gear forth and then punches through the wall. Nah, he's just well done. He just got staggered a bit. He's stunned, but he's not down yet, yeah. But now he's not going to be able to climb through that hole. That hole is like Straw Hat sized. So, like, Road's going to have to get up and go all the way around and walk back upstairs and walk outside and try to find them. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to get up and be like, I got shocked by Nami. Oh. Yeah, I've read all of Mashal. I liked it. It was a good series. I just bought volume 17 the other day, actually. How do giants eat devil fruits if they're so small? How do humans eat sunflower seeds if they're too small? Eating is still the same thing. It's just tiny. Maybe you would mix the devil fruit with something else. Maybe you would like take a big thing of like trail mix, and you'd take like a devil fruit and you just mix it with the raisins and the almonds or whatever, and you just take a big heaping handful of trail mix. Still gives you the power, I guess. Yeah. How do they see it? They're not so big that like devil fruits are microscopic. A devil fruit would probably be like comparable to the size of like a fruit gusher to a giant, probably. Like a fruit gusher, like a little tiny little snack treat kind of thing, like a raisin. Probably be like the size of a raisin to a giant. That's probably what it would be. Yeah. It would be easy for a giant to accidentally eat a devil fruit. Probably would be, yeah. Devil fruits could reincarnate into giant fruits. Yeah, I mean, the rule is they just reincarnate into a fruit. It could be a fruit on Elbaf, which is like a giant apple or something, right? By that logic, because there's Sky Island apples, too. They're Zunisha's favorite food. So a Sky Island apple would be like the size of a building, and that whole thing could be a devil fruit. That would be wild. Couscous-sized devil fruit. Yeah. Have some couscous. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they probably wouldn't even notice the taste. Probably not. What if two people drink devil fruit juice at once? See, this is a question I wish Oda would answer, because this is the shit I would like to know. How many calories do giants need to eat to maintain their weight and size? We could probably calculate that. Okay, so let's just say, okay, now Luffy does not fit in a standard 2,000 calorie a day diet, but we'll just use Luffy's size as an example. So Luffy's 5'8", I think, which is, by the way, the ideal height. No, he's 5'9". He's 5'9". He actually grew an inch after the time skip. Okay, so Luffy's 5'9". Luffy eats several tens of thousands of calories a day. But let's just say 5'9", 2,000 calorie a day diet, okay? A giant like Buggy, we'll use Dory because I like Dory better. Dory is 74 feet tall. So I don't know how to calculate a BMI there, but I'm just going to do some basic math. 74, let's just do 74 divided by 5. 14 times 2,000. That's about 30,000 calories, but it's probably more than that because that's not how you calculate BMI. But like, close enough. Let's just double that and say 60K, 60,000 calories a day for a giant. One Piece Luffy is not 6 feet. No, he's not. He's only 5'9". But I'm 5'5", so 5'9" to me is like ideal height. If Zunisha ate a devil fruit, would probably become very weakened by the water that Zunisha's walking in, yes. Boa's 6'3". I feel like Boa should be taller than that? No, she's only 6'3". Now, in our world, she would be like, whoa, hello. But in One Piece, not so much. But Luffy could be 6 foot if he wanted to. That is true. Teching, nutrition PhD. I should text Casey. She actually did go to college for nutrition and like dietetics and shit. She'd probably be able to calculate that. I'm taller than Boa. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. One leg of Boa is my size. Evil! Yeah, but Luffy could make himself whatever height he wants, so it's like not even a big deal for Luffy. Yeah, I am 5'5" and a half. I am 5'5" and a half. I haven't like checked my height in a while though. Maybe I've grown. I don't know. Will there be Twitch this week? Probably. We're going to be playing, I think, the One Piece trading card game this week. We're going to try to find a website to do that and play the One Piece TCG. Me and Briggs. probably take a break from Yu-Gi-Oh for a little while, just because like this week we're doing this, and then next week I'm gonna be out of the country, and then the next week after that maybe we'll still do One Piece. We'll figure something out. I'm not surprised that I ended up on the One Piece wiki somehow, or the Bleach wiki somehow. Like, that's just like, yeah. There's a YouTuber wiki I'm on, I think. Yeah. Any more D&D streams? Like me making D&D streams? I feel like that was a one-off thing, but if I'm ever in the mood again, I could do that, sure. We're definitely going to see Well, we already have seen Hiruden's crew, because Road is a member of... He's the navigator on Hiruden's crew, so we've definitely seen Hiruden's crew. The rest of them, I'm sure, will be following shortly. What are the Florian Triangle monsters? I don't know, but they're big. They're big. I need to do another Berserk stream, though, because the first Berserk stream I did was... I remember that was my internet was real shit that time, and so I didn't even really get a chance to talk about all the stuff I wanted to talk about was Berserk. Yeah. But now it's been over a year, and I remember a lot about Berserk. I remember the trauma points, which is most of it, but I don't remember all of it. I remember the major plot beats. If you did a One Piece event, it would be packed. Well, we did a One Piece trivia event at Techo, and like I want to say, so I printed out 100 of those trivia forums for people to play, and we went through. I think we just went through a little over that. I think we had like 106 people playing, so we just went over 100 people playing the game, but there were more people in the rooms because some people doubled up and played like in groups with one sheet of paper, and then there were people that didn't play that just hung out there. So I want to say there was at least 200 to 300 people in that room when I did that event. That was really fun. I had all my I had like my friends helping me too, because like there's no way I could do that all by myself. That would have been a mess if I tried to do that by myself. Even with just me and one other person, it would have been rough. I had me and my 3 friends helping me, and that was great. That was a fun night. I want to do it again next year. Try to come up with more preparation with the materials this time. Yeah, Bleach has a trading card game too. Yeah, they actually sell it at Walmart. I was in Walmart the other day looking around, and I saw the Bleach trading card game, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't buy it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. They have that. Where are Vivi and Wapple going eventually? I feel like they're going to get reunited at Elbaf. Like, so they're going to end up in Elbaf. Yep, reanimation of the Fishman Island arc. I'm excited. Now if we could just get a reanimation of all of Dressrosa. Cut out all the filler bullshit in Dressrosa. If there's any arc in One Piece that suffers from fucking filler, it's Dressrosa. That arc dragged long, all right? Like... Let me pull up something here about Dressrosa. Hold on. Okay, so the Dressrosa arc. 102 manga chapters. 118 episodes. That should not happen. That should not be a thing. There should not be more episodes than manga chapters, as a rule. All right? Unless you're adding some really good extra stuff that, like, the author didn't... Like Oda really wanted to include this in the manga, but he didn't have time, and they're like, you're doing, like, a 1,000-year Blood War arc kind of thing. But unless you're doing that, and it's, like, under the supervision of Oda, there should not be more episodes than manga chapters in an arc. All right? Long Ring, Long Land, yeah, but Dressrosa was worse. Dressrosa was fucking worse. Jack Sparrow, Sticky Beard from K&D. Oh, that sounds like a fun idea. I'm going to write that one down, 22 Savage. That sounds like a fun idea for a tier list idea. Pirate bounties from other works of fiction. Okay, so we got to write down, but I don't remember. I haven't seen a lot of the Pirates of the Caribbean, so I'd rely on a lot of the fans to help me with that one. So we got like Jack Sparrow. We got to write down all the pirates from various works of fiction. Long John Silver. No, Long John Silver's is going on. Long John Silver's is going on. Yeah. Like Dr. Live Asleep. Like, I don't know who that is. Yeah, there's a lot of these people I don't know about. Captain Hook. Yeah, Captain Hook, definitely. Captain Hook's going on. Captain Hook. Link from the Wind Waker. No, Linebeck. Wasn't Linebeck more of the pirate in Phantom Hourglass? Redbeard from Scooby-Doo. Fuck yeah. The captain from Captain Crunch. Yeah. Dude. Who was this again? Thank you, 22 Savage. When I do this tier list, I'll shout you out for sure. Oh my god. Captain Crunch. The Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. Fucking yeah. Candy Beard from K&D. Yep, Candy Beard. The Flying Dutchman. Does Mr. Krabs count? Fuck yeah, he does. I don't care. He's going in. Mr. Krabs is going in. Let's see. There's so many pirates I don't know. The SpongeBob opening credits. Oh, Patchy the Pirate! It has to be Patchy. Patchy the Pirate, yeah. There's like 3 SpongeBobs in here. I don't care. Mr. Krabs was a pirate. I don't care what you say. He was in the Navy, but he was definitely a pirate. Atomisk from Fully Cooley. Yeah, he was a space pirate. Yeah, Atomisk was called a space pirate. Oh, what about Black Lagoon? There were pirates in Black Lagoon, right? I only saw like one episode of it like 12 years ago. That was like, they were modern day pirates though, right? Yeah. Oh, the Vinland Saga Vikings. Maybe. There were pirates in Vinland Saga. Space Dandy was kind of like, yeah, I'll put Space Dandy in there. Fuck it. Yeah, Space Dandy's awesome. Revy. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Captain Barbossa. That's another pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, which I have not seen the Pirates of the Caribbean. I watched the first movie very long time ago. Treasure Planet. Yes. I gotta go and watch Treasure Planet. I keep meaning. I almost watched Treasure Planet one day and I got distracted and had to go do other shit. Let's see. Captain Marvelous from Gokaiger. Yes. Captain Marvelous. I love how this is just the stream now. We're writing down all fictional pirates for this tier list. That was a good fucking idea, though. Captain Knuckles from Flapjack. Yeah. That was a little bit before a little bit after my time. But I remember catching a few episodes of Flapjack back in the day. And he's also voiced by the same Clancy Brown who voices Mr. Krabs. So maybe we should have Captain Knuckles instead of Mr. Krabs. Because we're having 3 SpongeBob pirates already. We're having Patchy the Pirate and the Flying Dutchman and the pirate from the opening credits. So we're going to take out Mr. Krabs. No, fuck it. We're leaving Mr. Krabs in. Fuck it. I want Mr. Krabs to be in here. He's a pirate. Let's see. Captain Kirk. Was he a space pirate? Jake and the Neverland Pirates. See, what's that from? Like Peter Pan? Like I've never seen that. Archie from Pokemon. Oh, Archie from Team not Team Magma, Team Aqua. Yeah, he was a pirate. Archie from Pokemon. Seamus from Family Guy. Yes. Seamus from Family Guy, the peg leg guy. Yes. Was there a pirate from JoJo? You think there would have been, right? Bardock! Yes, Bardock. I'm writing down anybody that could vaguely be considered a pirate. Captain Crunch is already on there. Briny Beard from Cuphead, I've never played. I could put these on here, but like I've never heard of them before. So I'll leave this up to the chat whenever we're doing that. Bojack! Bojack was the Dragon Ball space pirate, yeah. I'll take out Bardock. Bardock wasn't really a pirate. Bojack was 100% a pirate. The Bodacious Space Pirates. I remember referencing them in a video once. I never watched them, but I remember mentioning the Bodacious Space Pirate anime, yeah. Albator. What is Albator from? I don't know what that's from. I got Sticky Beard. And then also people are saying Jake the Pirate a lot. I don't know what Jake the Pirate is from either. We got Treasure Planet. All right. I think we're getting to the Popeye. Yeah, Popeye. Popeye counts. Popeye counts. Yeah, Captain Harlock. I'll write him down. I have no idea what he's from. All right. Hold on. Let me search for like what is this Captain Harlock guy? Let me look up some pirates. Captain Harlock. Oh, this guy. Okay, he looks like from like a 70s, 80s kind of anime kind of thing. Oh, it's from the 70s. Space Pirate Harlock. I'll put him in there. He looks cool. It's from an old school anime. Never heard of this before though. Oh, the sea captain from the Simpsons. Yeah, Captain McAllister. Yeah. Yar, there be the hot pants. Oh, the pirates from the Blackwater. Yeah, the Blackwater show. Pirates of Darkwater. Yeah. God, I used the when I did my video on what was it called? The everything in One Piece video, like the 12 minutes everything in One Piece video. I used the soundtrack from that video game. I loved that show growing up. Pirates of Darkwater, yeah. Sinbad from Magi. No, I haven't forgot about him. I just never saw Magi. People are saying Vilgax from Ben 10. I'll put Vilgax on here. You need a team. That is the Pirates of Darkwater. They're a team. Yeah. Sailor Moon. Would you consider the Sailor Scouts pirates? Bender from Futurama. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah. He's wearing a pirate hat. He's on a pirate ship. Goddamn straight Bender is a fucking pirate. Yeah. Now we're just naming people from space. These people aren't even actual sailing pirates. Because space pirates are cool. There's a reason why space pirates are a whole genre. Those were space cowboys. All right. What are some other pirates from like Captain Crunch was like a pirate? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to hold on a minute. What are name some of the most popular pirate characters in fiction? This can include brand mascots. Okay. And sailors, not and maybe like yeah, we don't have to like they don't have to be like explicit. Like Captain Crunch is not a pirate. He's a naval captain. He's not a pirate. But he's going on the list. Yeah, ChatGPT basically. Just so we get like a nice list here, all right? Oh, Euron Greyjoy. Yeah, someone said Euron Greyjoy. He's fucking going on. In the books, holy fuck, Euron Greyjoy. Do not think of Euron Greyjoy from the show. Think of, like, go and look him up. Look, watch Alt-Shift-X's videos on Euron from the books. He is fucking horrifying, all right? Yeah. Yeah, Popeye's not a pirate either, but he's going on the list. Yeah. All right, here we go. What do we got? What has ChatGPT got for us here? All right, Captain Jack Sparrow, we got him. Long John Silver, but that's also Long John Silver from Treasure Island, but I'm also going to put Long John Silver's the food franchise. Captain Hook, we got him. Luffy! Luffy's number 4. Good for Luffy. Good for Luffy. Captain Morgan. Oh, the rum guy. Captain Morgan from the rum. Yeah, Captain Morgan. Somebody probably suggested it. Captain Morgan. Like the actual Captain Morgan. Yeah, from the fucking brand mascot. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Blackbeard from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Captain Harlock from Space Pirate Havelock. Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. Guybrush Threepwood from Monkey Island video game series. Captain Pugwash. Patchy the Pirate from SpongeBob. We have him, yes. The Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride. Haven't seen that. Popeye the Sailor. Captain Flint. Captain Nemo. Ooh, we didn't have Captain Nemo from Jules Verne. Yeah. All right, there we go. I don't know who that. Well, let me search for that person. I don't know who this person is. Dr. Leavesley, Treasure Island. Oh, he looks fun. He looks fun. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hello there. I'll have to look that guy up. I'll have to look that up, but I'll put him down on the list. Yeah. Adventure Time Tree Trunks. Okay. Yeah, Tree Trunks. All right. Okay, I think I have enough pirates. I have 2 entire slips filled with pirates. I think we're good on pirates. Okay. All right. So that's where this stream ended up. We ended up just making pirate lists for a stream. That's a good idea for a stream, though. 22 Savage. Thank you. Ryusui from Dr. Stone. Yeah, I gotta put Ryusui on there. Ryusui's a fucking pirate. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. Yes. Oh, Cartman. Yes, Cartman has to go on. Cartman's bounty would be... We'll talk about it when we get to... We'll talk about it when we do the stream. Yeah. We have enough, I think, though. How many do I write down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 26, 27, 28. We have like 40. We have like 40 of them. We're fine. We're good. Yeah, we're all right. Okay. So now what? Super Mega Force are literally I wrote him down. I got the Power Rangers on there. I got him in there. Yeah. The stream devolved so fast. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. All right. Why do people say that Yamato and Robin are top tier? Well, you know, Porsche is, I think, underutilized. Porsche doesn't show up that much in the manga. But Porsche is pretty sexy. Yeah. People are still naming pirates. We're done naming pirates, guys. We got like 40 something pirates. Probably got most pirates that you're mentioning. We'll be good. We'll be good for the tier list stream. Who the fuck is Portia? Okay, let me show you Portia. Foxy's girlfriend. That's Portia. Whoa! Hold up. This is Portia. There you go. From the Spa Island arc, I believe that's from that. Yeah. Say what you want about Foxy. But, you know, Portia found him rather, I guess found him really funny and endearing, I guess. There you go. No, Davy Back's not bad in the manga. I don't like Foxy as a character, but it's not bad in the manga. The anime just extends it beyond, like, where it should have ended. Not his girlfriend. Yeah, but, you know. She hangs out with him through thick and thin. She never abandons him. They're just like floating on a dinghy out at sea. Nothing to their name, but they're still together. I wish my name was Portia. Well, you could change it. There is a mechanism for that. You can go. Probably doesn't even cost that much money to change your name. Dude, changing your name would be a mess. I can't imagine doing that. Like, think not just from the fact that like you've been called that your whole life, but like the idea that like you're changing your name, you have to change your like name on all of your like the driver's license, all of the government documents and everything. Oh, that'd be such an undertaking. One Piece is going on a 6-month break. It is. What would you change your name? I would never change my name. I like Matthew. It's fine. It's an okay name. It's a good name. I'm named after a tax collector, but okay. It's fine. Yeah, Matthew is a pretty normal name. I didn't get any name. Like, I wasn't, like, named by, like, Elon Musk or something, so I don't have a weird-ass name that I'm probably going to change immediately when I get, you know, to the point where I could. But, no, I'm all right with that. No, I don't think it's because of pacing issues. The manga has been pretty far ahead of the anime, so there's really, I don't think that's the reason. You can legally change your last name, too, to Tekking. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Thanks for the suggestion, but I'm not going to do that. So I have my two friends are getting married soon, and this is a really cool thing they're doing with their last names. So typically here, I mean, I don't know how it is in other cultures and in like other parts of the world, but typically you take the male's last name, the man's last name, right? You know, so when my mom got married to my dad, you know, Crawford. Okay, so something really cool that my friends are doing is they're taking their last names and combining them, not hyphenating them. Not like hyphenating. So like my mom's maiden name was Wyszynski, and my last name is Crawford. So not like Crawford Wyszynski. Not doing that. Like literally combining their names. Like it's like a portmanteau. Like taking half of my friend's last name. I'm not going to say their last names, but like taking half of the guy's last name and then the other half of the girl's last name and then just making a new last name. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that, but you could do that. Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, so like with my parents, it would have been like Krofinski or something like that, or Washinsford or something like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that idea. That's pretty neat. Washinford. Yeah, that Washingford. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Popeye's not a sailor. He's a yeah, but there was other sailors on there. Anything that's pirate adjacent. That's cool. Yeah. I'll name the stream like fictional sailors bounties or whatever, fictional pirates bounties, you know. Looks like you're running out of room on your wall. I have to take stuff down and restructure every now and then whenever I'm starting to run out of room. I'll just do a thing where I'll go through and be like, okay, I've had that up for a while. I've had this up. I'll switch it out with that. Yeah. I don't have an infinite wall, unfortunately. I wish I had an infinite wall. But then you wouldn't be able to see it unless I had an infinite camera. Somebody needs to develop that. Infinite camera. Hair's getting longer. I need to cut it soon. Yeah. I'll probably cut it before I go to Mexico. The first manga I've ever read, I remember buying, or my mom got me a magazine of Shonen Jump when I was like 13. And the first manga I ever read was the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, but it was Yu-Gi-Oh like Season 0 Yu-Gi-Oh. It was when like Bakura had trapped them in that tabletop RPG. That was the first thing I read. And I had no idea how to read it because I was reading, the way you read, left to right in the United States, and it was right to left. You had to read backwards, and I had to get used to that, and I just didn't. It was like really hard getting used to that. I remember the exact day, too, because me and my mom went up to Walmart, and we were in Walmart shopping, and then I saw a Shonen Jump magazine that had Goku on the cover and also Yugi, and I was like, I know Yugi and Goku, can you buy me that? And it was like $5 or whatever, so my mom was like, sure, and so she bought me the magazine. And then afterwards, we went over to Fashion Bug, which is not even there anymore. Fashion Bug was like an old, clothing store, like a discount clothing store and stuff that we had. So my mom goes into Fashion Bug, and there's nothing for fucking me to do in Fashion Bug. Like, it's just like, women's clothing store. So I just sit on the edge of, they didn't even have a bench. I had to sit on the edge of one of the displays, like one of the mannequin displays. So I just sat on the edge of one of the displays and just opened up this magazine and started reading Yu-Gi-Oh! And like the Dragon Ball Z manga and shit, and trying to figure out how to read it. And I remember being disappointed when I opened it because the cover was in color, but then I opened the magazine and it was in black and white, and I'm like, why is this in black and white? Why can't they just color it in? And because I was like 13 at the time, and I'm just like, I didn't know what manga was because like the first time I'd ever really discovered manga. Yeah. So that was that. I remember that pretty well. I've heard about the One Piece anime. We talked about it earlier. And have you tried Sparking Zero? Also talked about that earlier. No, I haven't tried it yet, but I probably will get it at some point, yeah. Can Luffy rubberize the sea? I think he could. Yeah, you have to read manga backwards. Well, it's right to left, so it's just backwards, like in terms of like the order you read the speech bubbles and the panels. I like my hair like this. Yeah, I like my hair longer. I never really liked my hair short. My senior picture in high school was right after I got my hair cut, and I fucking hate it. Yeah. I always have to have it longer. But then it starts getting so long, it starts getting into my eyes, and it's just like, it's either I wear a headband or something, or I get it cut. The amount of times I now start a book backwards hurts my brain. I think it's one of the reasons why I can't get into American comics, because I'm so used to reading manga that reading an American comic book is actually kind of like tricky to me now. But yeah, where are we at? Oh, we're about an hour and 20. I'll probably end it pretty soon. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat lunch, and I'm cat sitting, so I have to go and look at the cats again. Dude, these fucking cats. So they're outside cats for the most part. Like they were born outside and they've lived outside. My neighbor has them. And so there's 2 of them. And the cats ended up outside, and my neighbor was like, hey, yeah, just try to get the cats to come in when you can. And, if you can't, it's not a big deal because they're used to being outside. They'll be okay and everything. But just, like, make sure they get in the house. So I'm down there for, like, an hour the other day trying to get these cats to come in the house. And they'll get close to the door and be like, and then they'll just turn and run away. And I'll just like, I'm trying to lure them in with, like, cat food. I'm playing cats meowing on my phone. I'm just like, like trying to get them into the house, and just they won't. They eventually finally came in, but yeah, cats, man. I watched the scene with Kobe's honesty impact. I watched that part, but I haven't seen the whole episode yet. I just watched a clip of it. What does your shirt say? I can't read. It's My Chemical Romance. It's a band. Yeah. It's an emo band from the mid-2000s. It's not together anymore, but yeah. Do the sad AI cat video. I'll do that next time, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I've seen Undead Unluck. I've been out of sorts with the manga lately. I haven't read it yet. I haven't read the manga in like probably the last couple of months. I need to get back into it. What do you think about on the hiatus? It's a hiatus. Nothing we can do about it. So just got to sit back and wait 6 months. It'll fly by. Don't worry about it. It'll be a good. Yes, I've seen Don. I've read the whole manga, and I'm also really liking the anime. Yeah, it's really good. I love that we live in an era where the dub is simultaneous with the sub. It's so crazy that that's a thing now. That's just, it exists. Because, dude, I remember being back in, like, high school watching Bleach and being like, wow, I can't wait till we get Ichigo versus Ukiura in the dub. That'll only take 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, it was that shit, man. And it's just, now it's just a Don, like, simultaneous dub. And I'm like, this is fucking great. Crazy days we live in. Technology. But yeah, I'm going to go eat lunch. So let me go check the super chats here before we head out. And we will do this. Let's see. Elbaf, also hello. Since you were right about the sun god, who do you think is going to be the big bad for Elbaf? I'm going to go with Thor. I'm going to lock in on Thor on that one. Let's see. I hope Usopp steps up. I hope he does too. I hope he gets that Mjolnir. He gets the Holy Hammer. Yeah. Straw Hats can't fight the gods, knights. I don't think they are. Akainu and Eam are the same. Yeah, they can't fight them all at the same time. Maybe the worst generation. Yeah. So I think the revolutionaries are going to fight the gods, knights. Like, you know, Morley, Karasu, Lindbergh, Bello Betty. They're going to fight Sabo and Koala. They're all going to fight against, like, the gods, knights. Maybe Sabo and Koala will team up, or Hack and Koala will team up or something. You know, I really want to see Akainu defeated by either Luffy or Sabo for obvious reasons. I have no idea how the fight with Eam's going to go. Dude, what if Blackbeard and Luffy team up to fight Eam? Maybe not team up, but, like, it's Luffy, Blackbeard, and Eam all fighting at once. Like a 3-way battle. That would be wild. Do you think Loki will be a frog or a frog fruit? It's possible he could turn into, like, some kind of fairy tale creature. Yeah. Ending with a dragon would be cool. Should Law just join the Straw Hats at this point? No, he's his own crew. He's going to go back and save his crew. Law's not just going to jump ship to another crew and call it a day. It's not how Law does things. Daima came out, so break makes sense. You mean Dragon Ball Daima? What would Dragon Ball Daima coming out have anything to do with the One Piece anime? I don't think they would. I don't see them going on a 6-month hiatus because of another anime. That seems like a weird thing to do. Yeah. As long as One Piece has been and seeing Shanks make moves, you can feel a bit bad. Oh, yeah, the Lord of the Coast question. Yeah, I mean, like, the idea generally is he allowed him to do that. You can allow... It's like Roger, dude. You don't think Roger could have just, like, armament hockeyed up his neck or his body and those swords wouldn't have done shit to him? Like, he was allowing them to kill him. You know, he was allowing himself to die. He could have easily knocked out everybody in that plaza with Conqueror's hockey and left, but that's not what he was there to do. Yeah. Kind of does paint Roger's execution in a different way, because it's like, you know, it's just like, I could break out of here if I fucking needed to in an instant. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Next god will be Goldberg, calling it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's team up. Love from India. Thank you. Imagine a giant with a Logia, a Rokushiki. I want to see the Logia giant. The Logia giant would be cool. Yeah, the Phantom Room, I think it's just a maze in that castle, and whenever somebody goes missing, they go missing for good, if you catch my drift. Going to Japan in April, which should be... I don't like the idea of him being Tiamat, sexy ocean goddess. That would be cool. Will York move the power plant? I think so. Answered a lot of these already. That was the 22 Savage was the question. Thank you so much for that. We'll be doing a tier list on that, I think. My least favorite Straw Hat and why? Probably just by process of elimination, it would have to be Chopper. I don't hate Chopper, though. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be Chopper. Just because, like... I think a lot of people might like Chopper because he's like, oh, he's cute. He's a little reindeer guy. It's just like, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess. You know, he's a marketing darling. We all love Chopper, but it's just like, yeah. Sorry, Chopper. If I had to kill one of the Straw Hats, you're going to be the one. I'm sorry. Sorry, Chopper. What Straw Hats would you like to have as a president and vice president? Robin as the president, definitely. I think Jinbei would be a good vice president. Robin Jinbei 2024. Let's do it. I had Ryusi from Dr. Stone. I put him on there. Bonebeard from Berserk. I kind of remember that guy. Oh, that dude. Yeah, I'll put him on there. I'll put him on there. Yeah. Shiki from Eden Zero. Haven't really seen Eden Zero. I nominate Welcome to the Black Parade as Kuma's unofficial theme. God, that's so sad. What if the Elbaf arc is just hopping into different realms or D&D dioramas? Well, maybe not different dioramas, but like there's 9 realms of Yggdrasil on the Yggdrasil tree, so maybe there's different realms you go to there. I would like that. That sounds cool. Yeah. There's a Jotunheim and a Miflheimer and a Sutter. No, Sutter is the fireplace, Miflheim, I think. Still waiting on anime cartoon dad tier list. A lot of people have done that already. How many people have done a pirate rank bounty tier list? I don't think so. What about Nami as president? Oh, no. No. Maybe Nami is like secretary of treasurer. Maybe. On the Pokemon leaks. I saw an article on that, but I haven't really looked into it yet. On what got leaked with the Pokemon stuff. She'll fix the national debt. Yeah, but she'll also be maybe hoarding some money behind the scenes, All right. Well, anyway, the leaks were minimal. Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a stream. We talked about the chapter a little bit. I mean, like I brought up all the stuff with Road in the last one. So, this one was just us talking about other fictional pirates. Okay, well, there's no break. Actually, no, this works out great because there's no break this week. So there's a chapter this week, and then next week I'm assuming is going to be a break because we had 3 in a row. Probably going to be a break next week, and I'm not going to be here next week. So that's nice. So I actually have a break from 1 p.m. I don't have to worry about doing the review when I'm in Mexico. I can just, take a vacation and relax. So that's kind of reassuring. Unless there isn't. It is 4 chapters in a row. Not super common, but I guess it could happen. Anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it all. I'll be doing that tier list this week, I guess, and some other videos I need to get out. I need to do the next episode of Boncast for Bleach, and I need to film some extra stuff for when I'm going to be away. So, and I'll be filming stuff when I'm there. I'm sure the resort will have good internet, so I'll probably be able to do something. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, and goodbye. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Later. Yeah, there's no break this week. Break after, so the following week. That's the one that I don't want to be a chapter because I'm not going to be here. Yeah. Anyway, later, everyone. See ya.